Welcome to Speaking of Coasters, the show taking pretty much everything going on in the coaster industry over the past couple weeks and combines it all into one big video. I am your host, Nick Koss, and today we are going to be talking about two things in particular that I want to talk about. The first is Rougarou. If you haven't heard by now, Cedar Point announced just last week that they will be transforming Mantis into a from a stand-up to a floorless coaster. So I'll just read this little thing on Cedar Point's website. Cedar Point, the roller coaster capital of the world, will introduce a dynamically new ride-in experience when it unleashes Rougarou in the spring of 2015. Named after a terrifying werewolf-like creature in French folklore, Rougarou feeds on streams and lurks in and around the swampy lagoon at the center of the park, shared with other coasters like Iron Dragon and Top Thrill Dragster. Rougarou's floorless trains will take riders on an epic journey at speeds reaching 60 miles per hour as their feet dangle just inches above the track and the murky waters below. The trains will be manufactured by Bolliger Mabillard, of Monthey, Switzerland. Switzerland, the same team behind rides such as Raptor and Gatekeeper, and will transform the ride experience dramatically while utilizing the structure and track of the former Mantis roller coaster. The ride begins with a climb to the top of the 145-foot tall first hill, providing amazing views of the Cedar Point skyline. After reaching the apex, the trains will make a 180-degree turn to the right and plummet 137 feet at a 52-degree angle to within inches above water. Thrill seekers caught in Rougarou's grasp will then be flipped upside down by a 119-foot tall vertical loop, spun around a 103-foot tall dive loop, whipped around a highly banked 360-degree turn, and then twisted upside down again by the world's only inclined loop on a floorless coaster, angled at a wicked 45 degrees. Just when guests think the ride is over, the steel beast will take them through a 360-degree flat spin, tight and twisty turns, and a figure-8 finale. Riders must be 54 inches tall to ride Rougarou. And yeah. Alright. My thoughts on this. I think this is going to be a great conversion for Mantis. And I think it's going to really bring life back to that specific coaster, giving it a new sensation. And the only thing I'm really kind of hesitant about is from the looks of the pictures I've saw so far, it uses the original B&M floorless coaster restraints, which are similar to like the stand-up coasters and inverted coasters and stuff like that. I'm not sure. I haven't seen any pictures besides this, but I think it would be really cool if this ride ended up getting the same restraints as Banshee does and the Wing Riders. Although this one is good too, don't get me wrong. Alright, that's it for Rougarou. And the last thing I want to talk about today is Colossus at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Now, if you haven't heard, a couple weeks ago, Magic Mountain's Colossus caught fire, and the top of the lift hill ended up collapsing. And you can see that there were fire crews at the scene, and you can see some of the damage right here. This is another incident with the Rocky Mountain construction with the fire. There was one on Goliath, and then I don't remember where the other one was. I think it might have been on Outlaw Run or something like that. But so obviously some work going on around the lift hill, removing track, and now from what I heard, it's all been repaired now, or it's all been they've recovered from it, and they're still expected to open on the expected date that they have, which is still to be announced from from what I've heard. And track has started going in around the ride. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry for this really short speaking of coasters, and sorry that I didn't have really much to talk about besides Rougarou and Colossus. But I've just been really busy with between homework, school, marching band, stuff like that. I just haven't had time to get on the computer and do this stuff. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and please be sure to like, subscribe, share this video, and keep watching Speaking of Coasters. This is Nick Koss signing out. Goodbye.